How's it going, everyone? Today I am going to be covering the brand new update that will be coming out in full on Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock Edition. So if you can look in the top right corner, which my face cam might be covering it, unfortunately, we are on version Minecraft 26.1 Snapshot 9. And you may be thinking, what happened to Minecraft 1.21.11 or whatever? What happened to that numerical system for snapshots? Well, since Mojang is now going with the whole drops method, basically what this means is the 26 means the year, 1 means the drop that will be added, so it'll be the first drop of this year, hence why it's named 1. And then 9 means the 9th snapshot of this update. So the whole focus of this drop is basically retexturing every single baby animal in this update. So if you look at the baby villager, yeah, to be honest, you look worse than before. Like, your head is literally the size of the adult. You just, like, cut off his mouth and, like, half of his nose. And you get this abomination. But anyways, how this video is going to go is I'm going to be covering all of the new items / changes in this update. And then I'm going to be doing a tier list on the new animal textures and see which ones I think are the best, because I might have some hot takes on that later. So anyways, the first change is actually in the desert, because as you can see, rabbits now have a brand new texture, and I honestly really like this. They have more animation to them. They're also bigger, so you can see them from like a far distance away, which is really nice. And also they do have a new animation when they like run away. They have like a more distinctive hop, as you can see. And I really like this change. I'm really glad that rabbits have like a brand new animation texture, and they're also fatter, so you can see them from further away. Because rabbits can be pretty annoying to deal with if you're trying to get rabbit hide for whatever reason. It's a useless item. But if you look at my inventory, everything you see in here has a brand new use in this update. So there is a brand new note block noise. If a note block is placed on top of a copper block, it makes a trumpet sound. And it makes a different noise depending on the oxidation of the copper. So let's have a listen to this, shall we? Yeah, it gets deeper the more oxidized the copper is. Kind of surprising that this was not added in the copper age drop, but you know what, better late than never. Not really gonna have much use of this in survival, if I'm gonna be honest, but I'm pretty sure like the note block artists that can make like Geometry Dash music with note blocks in Minecraft, I bet they're gonna have a blast with this new note block noise. Now, there is one brand new item that has been added in this update, which is the golden dandelion. You need 8 gold nuggets surrounding a normal dandelion. So these things aren't really that hard to get. You just need to like go mining. So the golden dandelion can be placed on any dirt like block. So it can be placed on grass. So it's a really nice flower to like have when you're walking around. And this item also can be placed in a flower pot. But the main use with this thing is that you actually can feed it to pretty much any animal as long as it's a baby. Because what it'll do, so if I, for example, have a baby camel and I'm like, I want to keep this in baby form. As you can see, the subtitle, Golden Dandelion Halts Aging. So that means this camel will stay in its baby form for pretty much the rest of eternity. If you wanted to do this prior, you would have had to like install like some kind of data pack by Zumavoid, I believe. But now we have this in vanilla, which is pretty cool. definitely a welcoming change, not one that like I personally wanted, but it's cool that it exists. Now, one change that has happened with Deep Slate and Stone is that, for example, if you have a ton of Deep Slate, but you can't really craft anything with it, one change that has happened is that you can use normal Deep Slate to make all of the Deep Slate items and turn it into cobbled Deep Slate, and that goes with stone to cobblestone. Later on, when you're like mining a whole lot of stone, you're most likely going to be using your Silk Touch pickaxe, and you're going to end up getting a lot of regular Deep Slate. So the ability to turn Deep Slate into cobbled Deep Slate and all of these variants, I think that's a really good change in my opinion. And the last thing that I wanted to point out about this new drop is that you can now craft name tags, which is incredibly cheap, by the way. Is literally one piece of paper, any of these nuggets, gold, iron, or copper. So no more having to trade like 20 emeralds to get a name tag, no more fishing, no more having to like explore structures to find name tags. No. You can now craft these incredibly cheap. I really like this move that Mojang is going with, where like items that used to be really annoying to get that we use a lot of is now like basically at our fingertips day one of opening a new world. It's amazing. But anyways, now I am gonna go into the tier list of all of the new baby animal textures and see which ones I like the best and which ones I like the least. Alright guys, so we are now here with the baby animal mob tier list, because I feel like this would be a better way to explain how I feel about each and every one of them instead of showing all of them off in game. I already explained that I really like the new rabbit texture, and I feel like the rabbit is probably going to go in the S tier for me. They changed the texture and it looks a lot better, and yeah, I just think the rabbit looks pretty good. I think the camel honestly looks a little bit better the way it was before, even though it's like most of the mobs here were just a shrunken down adult version. But I think the camel looks pretty alright for what it is, so I'm gonna put it in the A tier. The squids honestly look kind of cute, to be honest. I think I'll put like the baby squids in the A tier, but I honestly don't know how you would be able to come across these things in the wild since you can't breed squids. And glow squid I'm also going to put next to it in the A tier. Alright, the kittens honestly look kind of cute, so I'll also put that in S along with the rabbit. Right, the baby chickens look a lot better than they were previously, because the baby chickens in previous versions, man, they looked terrible. So the baby chick is also undoubtedly gonna be an S tier. The sheep, I feel like maybe could look a little bit better, or the lamb, I should say, the baby version of the sheep. I think it still looks pretty derpy along with the adult sheep, so it's gonna go in the B tier for me. Ocelot is another member of the cat family, so I'm gonna put it in S tier. To be honest, I think the baby bee looked better in older versions because it has like a slightly different yellow tint to it now. Probably gonna put the bee in the B tier. Kind of fitting, wouldn't you say? The piglet looks a lot better, so I'm gonna put that in A because literally like the piglet heads before was like bigger than its body, which looked really off. The calves look pretty cute, so I'm gonna put that in the A tier. Alright, the foal. I honestly think the foal doesn't look that much different from what it was before, besides having black pupils instead of like the black and white that the adult versions have, because there really not much has changed, so I'm probably gonna put it in the middle. The baby turtles honestly look a lot better. I think the baby turtles look pretty good to like what they look like in real life, so I'm gonna put it in the S tier. The mushrooms, I honestly don't have like that much opinion. I'll probably put them in the B tier. And the brown mushroom can also go with it. Alright, the fox, once again, doesn't look much different from the adult version besides the eye change, so I'm gonna put it in the C tier. Biased, but I like dogs, so it's automatically going in the S tier. Baby axolotls before looked a bit better, so this is gonna be my first D tier. I'm not a huge fan. Baby dolphins kind of look cute, but once again, you can't really get baby dolphins because you can't breed dolphins, so it's gonna go in the C tier. But baby polar bears, to be honest, the baby polar bear doesn't look too much different, but due to not it having much change, I'm gonna put it in the C tier. The armadillo don't really like very much, so I think it's probably also gonna go in the D tier. The snifflet, the top of the snifflet's back is like more saturated than the adult version. I kind of like this version like a little bit better than the previous, so I'll probably put this in the B tier. Baby goat looks pretty good, so I'm gonna put that in the A tier. The llama, for whatever reason, has like really huge eyes. I'm not a huge fan of it, so I think I might also put this in the D tier. All right, baby donkey and the baby mule are both gonna go in the C tier. Not a whole lot has changed with them besides like their eyes, basically. Baby trader llama is gonna go along with the normal llama, D tier. Now, the baby pandas, or the panda cubs, I should say, honestly look pretty good compared to what they were before. So I'm going to put baby pandas in the A tier. Baby skeleton horse and baby zombie horse, you can't get these in survival. And I don't have much opinion on them anyway, so they're also both going to go in the C tier along with the other baby horse relatives. Baby zoglin does not look good compared to what it was before, so it's going to go in the F tier. Strider looks really wimpy and ugly compared to what it was before, F tier. And also same goes for Hoglin. And to be honest, I think the rest of these are probably gonna go in the F tier for very obvious reasons. I think the baby zombified piglin's head is too big, and at the beginning of the video you already heard me explain how I feel about the baby villager, F tier. This basically represents like baby zombies, husks, drown. Also gonna go in F tier. Like these guys look like bobbleheads now. And the baby piglin also looks ass, so that's also gonna go in the F tier. Alright, now before I make my final decision, is there any that I really wanna switch around? I really don't like how the llama's eyes looked. You know what? I'm gonna put you in F, and I'm gonna move the Strider in D. Like, the Strider isn't too bad, but I still don't really like it. But I think pretty much all of the, like, other baby mobs, like, stays where they are. And in terms of my opinion on the baby animal textures, I think a lot of them are for the better, some of them for the worst. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do drop a like. If you want to check out my Discord server, link is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Goodbye.